This video is about dealing with negative changes in your life. The following are some of the things I learned from the book On Death and Dying by Elisabeth Kübler-Ross. The book covered a lot of information, but these are the things that stuck to me and helped me in a way when dealing with negative changes in my life. I'm not a professional and I have never studied psychology. These are just my opinions, and hopefully this helps other people. Change is constant. What's important is how we cope, react, or deal with the changes that happen in our life. The way we react to change can determine the outcome of these negative changes, whether it's professional or personal. Maybe you or someone you know or care about are having these types of changes in their lives. We all have diverse ways of reacting to change or helping out others to cope with change. According to Kübler-Ross, there are 5 stages of grief. Grief is one of the negative reactions that people can have during a meaningful change in their lives. One misconception about Kübler-Ross's model is that these stages have to happen in order, or that you have to go through all of the stages in order to fully recover. While this is true for some people, others go through at least 2 stages out of the 5, and sometimes revert to the other stages, or they feel 2 stages at the same time. Also, there's no duration on how long someone can be in a specific stage. Knowing these stages might help us identify how to help ourselves or others who are in a similar situation. Stage 1, denial. You realize what the problem is and you cannot believe that this is happening to you. You ask yourself over and over again why this is happening, or more specifically, you cannot believe that this is happening at this time. You might recognize the problem, but you find it hard to accept. Because you are in this stage, you refuse to accept what is going on. At this point, you cannot really solve the issue because you did not recognize its existence yet. For me, this is the hardest stage out of the 5. Stage 2, anger. You might have recognized the problem and had a chance to think about the impact it has on your life, but you get angry because you simply do not want that change to happen. Things are different and you don't like it. You see the disadvantages, the negative impact, and you're probably feeling the pain, but you react to it by being angry. Anger can be passive or aggressive. Just because you're not reacting by throwing things around or by shouting does not mean that you're not angry. You find people, things, or events to blame. You might even blame yourself. You want to fight back and let someone know or feel what you're feeling. You might want to hurt, get even, or seek vengeance. You ask yourself what you did. Why does this have to happen to you? You resist the change by wanting to fight back. You think that fighting back might make you feel better. Stage 3, bargaining. At this stage, you might have calmed down a bit. You want everything to be back to the way they were before. You want to do everything that you can just to prevent that change. You ask or you tell yourself if there is something you might do in exchange to having your old life back. You're willing to compromise and sometimes even sacrifice your beliefs just to prevent the change. You're hoping and wishing that everything will go back to the way they were before. Stage 4, depression. You're overcome with the feeling of loneliness. You don't feel like doing the things you normally do. You're sad, and you may feel that there's nothing you can do, so why bother? You're mourning the end of something good that you had before. You feel hopeless and frustrated. You feel that you have no control over everything. You may even feel bitterness creeping inside your head. You sometimes resort to self-pity or self-harm. This is probably the scariest stage. Depression, whether it's diagnosed or not, should always be taken seriously. Stage 5, acceptance. You have finally accepted the change. You hope for the best, and you can now see the positive side of going through that change. You can start healing and moving on. You are trying to put yourself back together. Know what stage you are, because these might help you or your loved one manage the change. Listen and be patient. Bring your A game when it comes to listening. Be patient, because even if you have been in a similar scenario, no two life events can be the same. The people involved and the events that unfolded are different. The reactions and the way people think might also be different. Patience is the key for you to know what to say and for you to discern what you need to do or say. Try to be productive. Distractions do not really work if there's no long-term goal. The problem will still be there if you only try to distract yourself. So try to focus on something that you can do that will bring you fulfillment, or that will benefit you in the long run. Do not feel the need to rush yourself to get over the change. You need time to heal and to accept the things that are happening. Do not feel pressured to say things when you do not know what to say, or to do things that you're not ready to do. And don't be afraid to seek professional help if you know that you or someone you know is going through depression. Remember that these negative emotions will pass. There's a silver lining in every situation. You may not see it yet, but you will in time. Surround yourself with people that care about you. Remember that you are important. You are valued, and a lot of people love you. Think of number one, you. I hope this video helps you or someone you love or going through a difficult phase in their lives.